So what we're going to do here is start recording, like start editing this here. So let's just listen to it one more time.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And what I want to do is I want to just get these two ones here to move a little bit to the right. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in, and the easiest way probably is just to cut them both right here. Hit Command E. I just highlighted with my selector tool, and I'll just use the individual tools for now. So I got the selector tool here, which is F7, and I highlight everything. And I hit Command E, like that. And I'm going to use F8, which is my grabber tool. I'm going to move it to the right just a little bit. Now let's listen to what that sounds like.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3,
Great.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, I think that sounds really good right there. I didn't need to cut this one in half right here. But if I wanted to cut it in half, I would go back to my selector tool and click and hit Command E, which is separate. And I'm just going to move it over using my grabber tool and move it over a little bit more.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2,
There we go.
3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Awesome. Cool. And that looks pretty good. So there we go. All right. So that was loop record mode. Loop record mode, if we take a look at this, is it here? Yeah, loop record here. Basically, it allows you to set your in and out points on the timeline to record a specific section of the song over and over and over again. So let's say, and this is like kind of a review of what we just did, but this is what I like to do. So let's say I'm going to just take this here. I'm going to put this back into this here. I'm going to consolidate all these. So I have one file there. So I got these two files here. And I'm going to go ahead and hide and make this one inactive as well. And I'm going to take these here. I'm going to make a little layout of something here, 16 bars. And I'm going to have this come like this and then like this. And we're going to go. This one here is going to cut out right here. And then this one here is going to come in like this. Like that. Get rid of that. I'm just using delete and editing things, just moving things around. So we got this here, boom, boom, boom. Oh wait, you know what, let's do all that stuff over here, not there. So delete you, delete you, delete you, bring you over here like this. Oh wait, no, yeah, actually I liked what I was doing. Keep it there. So I combine them using Option Shift 3. It's called Consolidate in Pro Tools. But we're going to talk about that here in a second. I just wanted to do that real quick. I didn't want to get into a whole discussion on it yet, but I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you that. So here's this. Oh, I did want to do it here. There we go. 7, yeah, okay. But don't worry, I'm going to come back and talk about that more. Okay, so I got this here. So now if we listen to this whole little song, let me mute my voice here. Cool, all right. So we had this little layout of something going on right here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here and I'm going to set this one here as a loop. I'm going to make sure that this here, up here, link timeline and edit selection is turned on. So when I select it, it selects my timeline up top. And once I've got that timeline selected, let's just listen to it real quick. Awesome. That sounds good to me. That's a good loop. So I'm going to turn that off over here. Now, this button here, Link Timeline Edit Selection, is a great button if you want to get in and get busy editing stuff. And it's Shift // is what it actually is. Shift // That's the shortcut for that. And that's what you really want to know, that shortcut there, because I'm constantly like, I'll turn it on, then I'll turn it off, and I'll turn it on, and I'll turn it off. So when I'm working on stuff, everything's right there. So we've got this here. Now I'm going to go in and I'm going to loop record my vocal one more time, just counting. I'm just going to do it counting. So I highlighted the section I want to do, and we've got the section up here as well. And up here, I've got my loop playback turned on, which just means it's going to loop, it's going to play back as I loop. And I've also got my loop record turned on. Now, with this loop record, go look at our notes. This allows you to set your in and out points on the timeline to record a specific section of the song over and over again. That's what we're doing. And then I can right click on the record button in the transport to select loop. That's how I did it. Or you can hit Option L. The other shortcut for this is Option L. So if I go back into Pro Tools, I hit Option L, it'll turn that loop record on and off. And then Command Shift L is to turn your loop playback on and off. Unfortunately, it's not super, like the L part, I get it, but the Command Shift L for loop playback, like I don't know why they made it so hard to turn that on and off, because I use it all the time. But anyway, Option L is for your loop record, to turn that on and off. So I've got my loop record turned on, and now if I want to just go ahead and record some stuff, let me just go ahead and check. All right, we got that. Let me set my track record mode, my track, and I hit go. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I got these amazing counting. It's the best counting I've ever heard in my life. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off my record enable on the track. I'm going to zoom in. Now to zoom, we use command brackets right here. Command bracket and then command bracket to go in and out. This bracket here goes in, this bracket over here goes out. So your left bracket zooms out, your right bracket zooms in, and it zooms around the start point of whatever you have selected. So I've got this here. I'm going to go over here like this, and
1, 2, 3, 4, 1.
And you're going to hear, okay, that's off, right? So what we're going to do is we're just going to take this whole thing and move it backwards. Now we're going to just put into slip mode here, and I'm just going to click and drag it and move it back like that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2.
And that's actually pretty good. It's not horrible, okay? Well, that's something we can do. But what if I wanted to clean this up? You saw I recorded actually a whole bunch of different loops of this. And this is a really cool thing we can do in Pro Tools, is I can set it up so that it'll actually, every time I record a loop, it'll record it onto a new playlist. Now, we're gonna dive deep into playlists on another day. That's actually something we've got coming up. But what I want to show you real quick is this ability to do this. Let's just go ahead and look at this here. Yeah. It's in here. It's in the it's in here. Where are we? Yeah. So right down here in the bottom, it says create new playlists during recording. So we want to create new playlists here. So the way we do this, we go into our preferences, setup preferences, operation, record. So operation is this one here, and then go to record over here on the right, and this one here. Automatically create new playlists when loop recording. That one. Click that and hit OK. And now what's going to happen, let's go ahead and record this again, and we're going to mute it. I don't need the I. Okay, so we're going to do that again, and 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I just recorded some of those. Now, what's going to happen is if we look over on the left-hand side of the screen over here on the left-hand side, look that way on the left, okay? So we got this, oops, let's go in here, and you'll notice that this one is now blue, this playlist selector. See how this one's not blue? This one's gray? Well, now that this one's blue, what that means is that it actually has extra playlists in here. And again, we're gonna talk about playlists in a deep dive on another day. But for now, record 1, 2, 3 like this. Here's my different ones. So if I look at them, you can see they're different from each other. Pretty cool. And if I actually want to see all of them at once, I can go here to where it says waveform and just go to playlists. So now I can see, I can see all of them here at once. So I'm going to go ahead and make a new empty playlist. And now I can grab different ones from here and have them all be together. But before I do that, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and make them so they line up with this track a little bit better. I'm just going to do a general edit on all of them. And they should all, yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, so now they're all kind of just moved over a little bit. And now I'm going to listen to them one at a time. And again, I don't want to go too deep into this. I'm just kind of showing you this because it connects to loop record, but we're going to talk about this in more detail on another day. Whoops, don't record. We're not supposed to be recording.
2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3.
That one sounds pretty good. Let's listen to this one.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, that sounds pretty good. I like that one. And what I'm doing is I'm just hitting the solo button on each playlist over here.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
That one's a little bit late.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1.
Awesome. Okay, so now I like this one here. I'm going to go ahead and put that one up to the top by hitting this little up arrow key. So I got that there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab these as well. I like those as well. I'm going to put those all on top of that one. And I'm going to grab this first one here because I like the energy of that one. Sounding good, Tony. Now let's listen to these up top. So now I've turned off the solo buttons on all these. And what we're going to do is we're going to hear these just by themselves. So let's listen to them.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Awesome, okay? So now we got this stuff in here. Now, like we did before, I'm gonna go ahead and connect these together. I'm gonna drag this back here so we have the front of this number 1 here. And I'm gonna make these into one new loop, okay? So I'm gonna grab from here. I'm gonna hold that down. I'm gonna hold down Shift and click them all. So now you see I've got this one clicked, this one's selected, this one's selected, this one's selected. And this empty space over here is also selected. So we got all this stuff selected, and I'm gonna hit Option Shift 3. And what it just did was it consolidated everything together. If you wanna look up here in the upper left-hand corner, the edit window menu item for this is up here. It is, it's down at the bottom probably. Yep, consolidate clip is Option Shift 3, this one right here. Option Shift 3. So I Option Shift 3, and it just consolidated those. Now, what I want you to pay attention to is that it consolidated all the clips into one new audio clip, and it also put this empty space in here. You can actually, if you want to make silent clips, if you just want to make silent audio for whatever reason, and I've had to do this in the past, you can use consolidate. You just highlight a block of silence like this over here and just hit Option Shift 3, and now I just made some silence. Pretty cool little trick if you need to make silence. Okay, so I got that there, and let's go do this again. Let's listen.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Awesome. Sounds fantastical. That sounds great. Okay, I'm a big fan of that. Okay. So, just make sure we're good here. Okay, so one other thing I want to pull your attention to is this line right here. Whoops, well, that was everything. Oh my goodness. just doing all sorts of wrong things. So here where it says it records one long audio file, but you only see one section of it. You can use the trim tool to see the entire file. So here, what I'm talking about is if we go to one of these other ones here, if I drag it over, you can see it's like a whole long audio file. And that's what I actually recorded, was that whole long audio file. That's what was actually recorded. And this is what is recorded whenever you use loop record on anything. Let's see, Andre says, what if you want to remove all the empty noise around the transients, because I have seen that there is a shortcut to cut out the empty space. Yes, there is a shortcut to cut out the empty space. We ask me that question again. Well, let's come back to it. Actually, we have time to talk about it. Let's come back to it. I want to talk about all the different record options first, but please ask me that question here. Let me make a note to myself. Hold on. SAE to do. Where is it down here? I'll put it down here. Stuff to covering. Here we go. So I'm going to talk about strip silence. Da 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 da. Cool. And then, yeah, strip silence is what we're going to talk. Yeah, we're not going to talk about the beat detective today. That one we will talk about it, but not today. All right. Also, I'm going to. Some of y'all are probably a bit upset that you can't see my face right now, and you're like, Tony, we don't need to see that forest. We want to see your face. And you know what? I agree. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the forest off. And we're going to turn that off, and we're going to put my face down there so you can see me. Oh, yeah, so much better. Like, hi, you can see me now. Yay, and you can see my hand. It's all sorts of stuff. It's kind of weird, my hand's on top of my face though, right? Should I move that around? Whatever. We'll deal with that later. I can do that during the break. So, where were we? Yeah, so it's recording one big long audio file. Okay, cool. So that's your loop record. Let's do another record type here, which is, let's go look in our notes. Did it get, hold on. Did I accidentally, thumbnails. Okay, cool. Let's see here. Okay, here we go. So the normal record mode is just whatever. It's just a normal record mode. Then you have your quick punch mode here, which enables you to play the song and hit record at any time to record or stop recording as it plays. Actually, you know what? I've just been made aware. This is breaking news. They're going to do a flyover of New York City with some airplanes to celebrate our first responders. Is that what I'm hearing? Okay. Show of hands real quick. Do you want to go take 10 minutes to go look at that at 12, like right now, and be back at like 12:10 to go see the flyover of New York so everybody can rush outside and be outside together, which is scary. Oh, you're in Connecticut. Well, maybe if you get your binoculars and you go stand on a rooftop, maybe you'll see them flying over. Yeah, okay, let's do this. I think, 10 minutes and then come back, because I think it'd be nice to see the flyover of New York. So go outside or go stand by a window or something, and I'll be right back.